targets to the RV.
Oh man, there's an RV. I love camping. You're my new dad.
Yeah, I mean, look, we just adopted all these children all at once. Strange enough, the kids paid us to adopt them.
Doesn't look like he can walk. You still gonna help him?
It's generally how it works.
I love Miller just going like, that one can't walk. Are you sure? Just leave him. You got enough.
I think he's less worthy of human dignity.
What the fuck, Miller?
This is the guy with missing fucking limbs.
Yeah.
Is that the reason? Like, I got over it. What's his problem?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, but anyways, this is second half of this mission. Escorting these kids out can be pretty rough depending on how you're playing it. There's a lot of goofy ways to handle this, though, and we'll be seeing all that stuff too.
Give those kids only support out there. You need to give them
Can you
orders.
complete the
Lead them to
mission
the objective
leaving that
area.
kid behind?
But they won't heal you
no.
if you're too far away
Can you
from
do it
them.
Miller
Keep that in
style?
mind.
That would be ridiculous, but no, you absolutely have to rescue every single child. But let's deal with this with Vapor Snake first. So you might be thinking like, why the fuck do I gotta go to some place all the way over here on the map to like rescue the kids? Can't I just Fulton them like any other living, breathing thing?
It works for bears.
Yeah. So if you try to do it with children, this is what you get.
You can't Fulton extract children. Boss, a child couldn't withstand the shock of Fulton extraction. You'll have to escort them to the chopper. All right, we'll look into developing a child extraction device. But for now, you'll have to get them to the RV yourself.
I just like trying to Fulton them a third time. Miller's just like, fucking fine, we'll make child-sized Fultons. What are you... boss. Oh, there goes my golden tank. And it's funny that, even though you're just, like, recalling your vehicle so you can drop a different one in, like, guards can still see your previous vehicle flying away and they'll still get very concerned.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid it will spoil what you have coming.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask anyway. Can you get around that by Fultoning a Jeep that happens to have children in it?
Also, I customized all of Vapor Snake's vehicles, so they're all a very nice pink now. But yeah, there's a... I'll show off a little bit more of the vehicle customization stuff later. It's just a lot of colors and a couple different patterns, mostly just tactical-looking camo pattern stuff, and also gold and silver.
Nice. To go along with this whole look that Vapor Snake has.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna go see the Quiet Riot reunion tour.
I wish you could apply camo patterns to vehicles as well, because I just want all of Vapor Snake's stuff to be leopard print. But I just can't do it. I'm sure you could mod it in, but modding Metal Gear Solid 5 isn't the easiest thing.
Wait.
They keep calling me a cougar for some reason, but I'm clearly dressed like a leopard. I don't understand.
Come on, kids, get in the fun bus. Look, it's called Fat Dogs. Come on, kids. What? These kids don't want to get in the Jeep of their own volition, so I'm going to have to give them a little bit of a nap time. Just relocate them myself. Right, here you go.
Haven't we covered enough of how, the ways this game makes it clear that Big Boss is the bad guy? Do you have to, as the player, literally kick children?
Oh, no. Oh, at least this one you don't have to kick. He's just... At least this one child out of like 5 you don't have to kick. Alright. You can't put children in the driver's seat. That would be illegal.
Right,
They don't have a license. So, yeah, you're totally right. Off you go, kids.
They seem pretty chill, and they are definitely wearing their seatbelts, huh?
Okay, bye.
Target extracted. Anyone else?
Hey, kids, stop.
All right, we're gonna play red light, green light. Except there's also a purple light. It means get in the truck and hold on tight.
But yeah, load the kids into the next Jeep. You can only do this with Jeeps. If you call in like a truck or something, well, okay, you can put kids in trucks too, but you can only fit one child per truck.
All right. Objective complete.
Inefficient.
Yeah.
Need to safeguard the target.
Pretty
Get on
inefficient.
the chopper.
All right, so as we're basically done as Vapor Snake, we're just gonna walk away and get in a helicopter. Don't have to do this whole thing that Miller wants us to do.
Hey kids, do as I say, not as I do. All right.
As Big Boss, we're actually gonna sneak and escort the kids to safety, which is much easier at nighttime.
Yeah, but now they all desperately need a snack.
Oh, they're so hungry.
This is past their bedtime.
Fulton in the mother base Doritos. But yeah, you can tell the kids to advance and stop. The kids they don't like being far away from you. So if you kind of like leave, they will just start advancing on their own, which is bad because they'll just run face first into soldiers a lot of the time.
I think they just want to pet your dog.
Just chase the dog. He's a good puppy. And he won't bite unless I tell him to.
You hear that? Unless I tell him to.
Be good little boys, okay?
Stop.
Yeah, the kids don't actually follow you. They have a set route they will always follow, so you're just telling them to stop and go in the same route. I kind of wish they did follow you, but I could see that potentially getting them stuck in weird spots, maybe. I don't know.
Now, do you think Snake learned these commands from Captain Olimar when they were in Smash together?
Oh, probably. He hasn't adopted the whistle yet, though. Because he would get caught. Oh, and also, you can tell the kids to go and stop, but you have to be close enough for them to hear you. Once you're far enough away, they won't react to your commands.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of my own kids.
All 12 of them.
Yeah, the only command I have is shut up, I'm making the internet love me.
Be quiet and I'm recording my Let's Plays.
Also, go eat Gushers. Those are the only two things they've ever heard from me.
My child only subsists on Gushers.
They know which one means I love you. I don't, they won't tell me.
You're too far away from them.
Also, sometimes the command, like, even though they're going, will get stuck on go, and you just have to go, stop! And send some really mixed signals towards them.
I know Miller and Ocelot have been having problems in their relationship, but don't bring kids into it. That doesn't fix these things.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe this guy who's shirtless.
It might be Miller's worst idea. Kids aren't gonna save your marriage, buddy.
I'm honestly surprised that, like, rescuing the kids isn't one of those Miller versus Ocelot things where it's just like, I don't know, boss, having kids on the base would be pretty fun. And Miller going like, I fucking hate kids. I guess it's just because he's getting paid. I guess Miller will do anything as long as he's getting paid for it. I mean...
That big bucket o' bling, yes.
Yeah. Bling that bucket.
Damn it, these are just plastic rhinestones. Fuck.
Here's something I haven't shown before, which is, D-Dog very recently learned how to bark on command.
Oh.
He looks like he's barking at the helicopter.
Well, that's what my dog does.
Yeah, you can order him to wait somewhere and then start barking so that you can lure guys farther away than you could with like a throwed magazine. And also, guards are always, like, shocked when they start hearing a dog bark, regardless if it's happened 10 times beforehand. So it's kind of possible to stun lock guards via dog barking.
So you did invent Instagram, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
haven't
one.
shown that before, but yeah, you can, if you try to CQC in the ground, you just swipe at in front of you with your knife. And it's a good move, actually. Okay, kids. Me and the puppy have cleaned stuff up. There's actually, I just keep forgetting to show it off, but there is one other CQC move I haven't shown off yet, which is, you can seal dudes' guns in the middle of punching them.
Hell yes.
You can punch them a bunch and then rip the gun out of their hands, and, yeah, it's cool. I just always forget to use it. I'll have to do that soon. I think it's usually just because, I always have much better guns than the dudes do. I guess it only really works if you're, like, you really need just, like, a normal pistol and you just have a tranq pistol on you or something, but... but yeah, this segment can be, very difficult, especially if you were doing this stuff in daytime, because the guards will just see you from a mile away.
Right, right.
Then, with Venom Snake, who we haven't seen for this mission yet, we're just gonna go in there with a tank and quiet, and our Ninja Turtle armor.
Yes, Mr. Chonk is here to save the day.
Oh, we're also gonna do the mission backwards, because he can do that.
So you're gonna put the kids in jail.
Yeah. I'm gonna find him running about. But yeah, it is totally possible to, even though it's not labeled on the map, you can go and find the route that you're told to take the kids through. And you can just go through it backwards to get to the kids a little bit easier. And somehow you can totally take the tank through it. And they can't see who's driving the tank, so for a little bit, they won't be very suspicious of the tank.
I think that's expired. I think they're suspicious now.
And you can snipe with the tank pretty well, too, honestly. Hello.
You get bullet time in a tank.
Just juggle that dude. I just love the, you know, being shot by the turret on this tank puts them in, you know, they die, but not immediately, which I find a little surprising when they're not wearing any kind of armor. But also I just like, again, the reaction to being shot with a big explosive shell like that is just, oh!
Well, you've shredded their throat and diaphragm in such a way that they can't make any other noise.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's very little in this base that can mess up the tank, except for the helicopter. Helicopters destroy them very quickly, actually.
You paid so much CP for that.
Yeah. But it's thankfully, at this point in the game, despite not really going on my way to Fulton any tanks, I have about 30 tanks.
Yeah. Also, you are wearing more armor on your body than the tank was.
Yeah,
so.
I could honestly probably take more shots from the helicopter than that could. But yeah, you can get a lot of vehicles just by, I showed there was like that achievement system where you do certain things, you get different rewards for it. And a lot of the rewards just like give you vehicles for your base. And so that's how I've ended up with about 30 tanks. I have about like 60 Jeeps, I think.
You replace the zoo strut with a parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that you can just go straight for the kids, even if you don't know and you didn't get the other target to tell you about where they are.
Now, Quiet, she's fine. She can just take out that helicopter on her own.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is easier to kill than, I would say, a fighter jet.
Yeah, it's...
So historically speaking...
I can't do it with this current gun I have, but it is possible to destroy helicopters by shooting through the cockpit. You just need a very powerful gun that can pierce through the cockpit glass, which I don't have with me. Quiet doesn't either, unfortunately, but you can eventually develop anti-tank sniper rifles for her, so she could destroy helicopters and tanks in like 2 shots. But, yeah, sneaking through this whole area, it's, there's basically one design path for you to go through, and it's designed in a way where they really want you to get caught.
Well, fuck that.
The, like, planned experience for this part is to sneak through most of it and then get caught near the end, so you have to defend the kids when you're close to the helicopter. It's totally possible to not get caught. It's just very stacked against you.
I defend children every day. I never stop posting. I am always extremely online for the children.
I'm woke for the kids.
Wait.
Also, if you want to be a real jerk, you can deliberately have the kids get caught by the guards to distract the guards. Yeah, you can totally do that if you want.
That's a very big boss thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's gonna have his own kids soon. Or, he does, but he doesn't know it. And he fucks with them all the time. He picked out the good one specifically to almost kill twice.
God, it's I don't know if I would ever really want actual, like, remakes of Metal Gear 1 and 2, but I do feel it would probably be pretty incredible as long as they didn't modernize the really goofy bits too much, because I still want to have to collect chocolate to melt Big Boss's face. Or excuse me, no, you have to pick up chocolate because the chemicals...
For the acid on the ground,
yeah. The acid that, like, instantaneously melts you into the floor.
Now.
And then getting aerosol cans and a lighter to melt Big Boss's face.
If they did do the remakes, they'd have to include all of the, like, retcons about the cloning.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Which would make rookie Solid Snake signing up for Big Boss's Foxhound very strange.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna work for you, can you explain why you look so much like me?
It's really weird.
It's really weird.
There's a few more wrinkles and white hair, but that's about all the difference I can see. When you get to this point in the mission, like, a ton of guards spawn behind you, searching for the kids because they realize at this point that they're gone. It's scripted, it always happens, and it's like a good 6 dudes who are, like, almost immediately behind you. That's one of the ways they really try to screw you over right at the end. And they also just, the helicopter's been flying around. Another scripted thing, they just make the helicopter land, like, right in front of you at this part. Yeah. And
what a dick move.
He just sits there. The good thing is that, like, the helicopter only really sees stuff in its spotlight, so the kids are good and they know to go around it a little. Stop blocking my way, child. But yeah, at this point, the first time you play this mission, you're absolutely fighting like 24 dudes. We're all just coming down this choke point.
The chopper will be arriving any minute. Hurry to the RV.
All right, kids. We're gonna watch my favorite movie, RV.
It's really funny seeing the evolution and how Big Boss handles children just from Peace Walker to this game.
Wait.
Because
I mean, the only child was Chico.
yeah, Chico and Well, he thought Paz was a child at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thought she was a teen.
Yeah.
Roger that.
She's actually a 3,000-year-old dragon spirit inhabiting the body of a little girl, so it's, you know.
This is P-Squad. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Yeah, Venom Snake, just cleaning stuff up, getting shot in the ankles by a helicopter. Yeah, Quiet's just super useful anytime you're going really loud, because even if you're not commanding her, she'll just start headshotting everybody every couple seconds. I just wish she knew to aim for the face when dudes were wearing helmets, but she always shoots the helmet off first. Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's that taken out by my helicopter. Haven't really been able to do any helicopter versus helicopter fights yet, but even though they're basically the same amount of firepower on them, it kind of just depends which one sees the other helicopter first.
In hot. Watch out, boss.
You know, constant helicopter fire, assaulting all these, like, shoddy-looking wooden ramps up the brown dirt levels. It's very Resident Evil 4 to me right now.
Yeah,
I want Pequod and Mike to hang out.
yeah,
Target extracted.
but
Is that everyone?
yep.
Only one target remaining.
Since we killed everybody in the mine, we were able to, with no trouble, evacuate all the children. You don't have to sneak or anything. You just walk to the helicopter because they don't spawn more guys if you kill them all. And of course, because we were doing this mission backwards, we still have to get that one other guy at the other camp from the previous episode. And I went through the whole base and killed everybody and didn't find him. Somehow this guy was always avoiding me. But he was literally like the last guy alive along with his tank. I don't know how that happened.
It's always the last place you look.
Yep. Thanks, Quiet.
That was target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss.
Yeah, I'll take credit for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, look, I was the one who hired her, so I get the credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, give me a $50 million bonus.
Everyone on Mother Base is fired. But yeah, since I haven't gotten caught, there's not too much of an issue putting the kids on the helicopter, even when the guys are searching for them still. If you aren't caught, basically one dude will appear here and start shooting at the helicopter, which isn't really a problem. Oh, speaking of Big Boss firing dudes, though, remember in Peace Walker when you would fire people, Big Boss would literally say, "You're fired"?
No, but that sounds... I'm not going to say it didn't happen.
Okay. But yeah, Big Boss had a goofy voice clip where you fired soldiers.
Just to be clear, you know that Snart Cookie and I are different people, right?
I know. I mean, you saw it, though.
Okay.
I thought you might remember.
I saw it, but...
But yeah, Big Boss, when you fired people, he'd go, "You're fired." That doesn't happen in this game, but if you dig through the files of the game, there's a voice clip of Kiefer Sutherland saying that. So they did it, and then just decided not to put it in. Maybe they thought it was too goofy or something. I don't know.
They were gonna get sued by NBC.
Yeah.
Target extracted.
There's some other voice clips Sutherland did for Snake that didn't get used in the game, but are still in the files. Like, in Peace Walker, when you chained multiple CQC moves together, every time you slammed another dude, Snake would say CQC.
Yes.
Those files are also in the game, so at some point they were going to have Kiefer Sutherland still voice Snake doing that, but they just decided not to implement it for whatever reason.
Well, when he's silent about so many things, to
Yeah.
imagine that being the one thing he says all the time.
Yeah. Also, he doesn't know how to spell anymore because of that shrapnel in his head.
Yeah. He can count, though, to 108 very well.
Yeah, there you go. We have rescued the children.
I'd just like to extend my apologies to all the viewers who are not aware until now that Snart Cookie and I are separate people. I didn't mean to mislead you.
Whoa.
It was never my intent.
Child times 5.
Child times 5.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
It's
the dog likes you more because there are kids to play with, and dogs like kids.
Yeah. But yeah, I love the fact that this game just counts children as a commodity.
And doesn't that say a lot about our sick, sad world?
Whoa. Also, yeah,
Ooh.
rescuing the kids gets you a key item called Children's Reward, and it's just blueprints to make a squirt gun.
Hell yes.
So later on, we'll make a squirt gun to fuck around with. Hungry Mastiff. Mad Badger.
Mad Badger. What a sunny buzzard.
Oh,
Hulking Wallaby was probably an episode of Rocko's Modern Life,
probably,
right?
yeah.
Come on.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. A little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in, we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
They'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
A chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.